Alright, welcome to round number 4 of the Hobby Stop Championship for the spare parts gaming community. On the pole is the 21 of Sism. To his left is Make Yourself. Next row back is Fireball and Jamrit. Row number 3 is Old Greg and the 58 of Purple Punch. Row number 4 is Call Me Kyle and Teeny. Next row back is Clever Lynx and Bluntmaster. Row number 4 belongs to Packerman and Kickin' Pigeons. Next row back is Big Neptune and Green Cheese. Second to last row is Go Wild and Colster. And starting shotgun on the field is Dougie Fresh and Scorpion King. Quick note, this is Dougie Fresh's home track. Hopefully he can find his way to the front and get himself into the A main, at least into 10th to get himself into the A main. We did see Make Yourself here get his first win in the Winston Cup Championship a little bit ago. Hopefully he can pull it off and get himself a heat win here to get himself in the A main. You may notice also, we'll come back to that. We should be getting close to the command of fire engines. Give it a couple seconds here.
Drivers, start your engines!
There is the command of fire engines. Looks like everybody's going to get rolled off alright. Want to make a quick note? Yeah, you may notice that there's a lot of guys in some new colors. Green flag is out. Side by side battle. Yeah, so you guys new paint coming into Rockford here. Really nice new paint schemes. The one most notable is definitely the 25 of Fireball. Try to go through and note some of them real quick. You notice. Jamrit is also in new paint. Blunt, definitely in some new paint. Clever Lynx, all's well. Packerman, and lastly in this heat is Neptune in some new paint. Good start so far for Make Yourself. Definitely got a good lead going over Sism. Also, yes, Make Yourself is also in semi-new paint, I believe. Looks like he just went and painted the hood, which does look nice, I will admit. Make note of lap times here after they cross the line. This lap. Alright. Fastest lap does belong to Make Yourself with a 15.593. Second fastest lap does belong to Jamrit in third with a 13.656. It's a little bit faster than our second place car of Sism with with a 13.666. Pretty fresh, working on getting through. He's up 15th here. A couple more spots to get himself into the A main. Run for everybody. We'll do a run of the top 10 once they cross the line. Currently in the lead is Make Yourself. Second place belongs to Sism. Third is Jamret. Fourth is Old Greg. Fifth is Teeny. Sixth is Fireball. Seventh is Purple Punch. Eighth is Master. Ninth, Call Me Kyle. And we're rounding out the top 10 at the moment. It is Kickin' Pigeon. Fresh trying to get around upper links here, that 14th position. Doesn't look like he quite has enough to get it done. We'll follow these two for a little bit. So they might, actually, you know what? We'll ride along with the home run here. Make Yourself putting on an absolute clinic, putting in looking like he's taking what he's learned from the Winston Cup win a little bit ago, putting it to good use here in the Hobby Stock division. We're on the last lap, sorry. Spaced out a little bit there. Make Yourself gets the win. Sism second. Third is Jamret. Fourth, Old Greg. Fifth is Teeny. Sixth is Fireball. Seventh, Purple Punch. Eighth, Master. Ninth, Call Me Kyle. And 10th is Kickin' Pigeon. What a race. Make Yourself put on an absolute clinic there, winning the race by 2 seconds. 4 seconds over Jamret, jeez. And he did just about lap. Looks like he did manage to lap the 56 car. Great race from him. Hopefully we'll see more of that in the second heat. Right. Heat number 2 for the hobby stacks. On the pole is Racing Gauge. Next to him is Johnny Ego. Row number 2 is the 76 of C-Dub. Next to him is B-Main Goat. Next row back is the 16 of Wavy Savage and the 29 of Hypnotic Evo. Next row back is Senzi and Hold My Beer. Behind them is Vegan Tufted and Caveman Deletes. Next row back is Warbird and Dogcat. Third from the last row is Weasel and XCR. Second to last row is Ryan 00 and Brian DeBlanc. Starting shotgun on the field is Stamby and XCR. We had a chance to catch up with Stamby after last week, and we asked him about a couple different things. We asked him firstly about his fans being worried about his Winston Cup title defense, which isn't going that well for him. He said it's been a rocky couple weeks. Sorry, that's... Yeah. When asked about his title defense and his fans being a little bit worried for him, he he jokingly responded, RELAX, relax, telling his fans to just relax and let him, pull it out. We did ask him about coming to Rockford this week. He told us it was just a short drive for them, so this will be his home track as well. But he's hoping to put on a real good show. Feels like they've got the car. They've got the car to beat. Just gotta keep it clean. Should be getting the call to go green or the fire engines here shortly. Take a quick look through the field and see some of the new paint schemes. Racing Gauge is one of them. C-Dub as well. B-Main Goat. The Wavy Savage is in some new paint. Senzi in some new paint. Vegan Tufted definitely in some beautiful new paint. Warbird in a definitely different paint scheme, but I do like it. 37 of Brian DeBlanc in some new paint as well. And the 99 of XCR also in some new paint. There's the command of fire engines. Just gotta wait and make sure everybody gets rolled off alright. And there's the green flag. Ooh. Real slow start for Racing Gauge there. Ooh. That B-Main Goat into the wall. Collects a couple cars. Oh! Oh, that's heartbreak for the 5 of Stamby. Just one lap into the race. Such a shame for him. I hate to see it happen like that. Gotta go back and check out what happened. B-Main Goat comes off the wall, clips the 80 of Hold My Beer. It's turned. Looks like Brian DeBlanc got collected a little bit too. No, he just took evasive action. Collected Dogcat. Big damage on the back of double zero of Caveman. Definitely sad for Stanby. It's going to definitely take him out of the race here. Currently in the lead is Johnny Ego. Next back is Racing Cage. Third is C-Dub. Fourth, Hypnotic Evo. Fifth is Wavy Savage. Sixth, Sens. Seventh is Rockford. Behind him is Hold My Beer. And ninth is Warpbird. And rounding up the top 10 is Weasel. Lights out on the base car. Golden green this time. Bye. Green flag back up. Start racing back here. Okay, trying to fight on Weasel for that final transfer spot. Get over the heartbreak for Stanby there. He was so excited to be here at a home track. It's collected in a lap one scrap that didn't even have anything to do with him. But we will see him next week at Road America. Just close for him, I imagine. The only road course on the schedule for both trucks and hobby stocks. Johnny Ego putting on a real good clinic here. Okay. Johnny Ego in the lead. Racing Cage set. Ooh! Blown engine for Racing Cage. Hopefully he'll stay on the bottom, stay out of everybody's way. Looks like he does. Looks like caution being thrown for him. Shake things up for a little bit. Check up the field. Johnny Ego had 3 seconds on seat up. Heartbreak. Oh, getting where they blew a piston. Oh, heartbreak for Racing Cage. He was really solid all throughout the heat. He only had a couple laps left. Run down to the top 10 here. Bittersweet at the moment. Johnny Ego in first, second now, seat up. Third is Wavy Savage. Fourth is Hypnotic Evo. Fifth is Sen. Sixth, Hold My Beer. Seventh, Vegan Tufted. Eighth, Weasel. Ninth is Warburg. 10th is Dogcat. 11th belongs to CR. 12th is Brian DeBlanc. Ryan 00, 14th XCR, main coat to that lap 1 incident, and 16th on the field is Caveman after that incident as well. Sadly, 2 cars out of the race, those being the 55 Racing Cage, which brought out the caution, and the 5 of Stampy. Once again, just you feel bad for him. He was so excited coming here. Hopefully we'll have better luck next week at Road America, where everybody will be starting the event. Oh. Green flag is out. Something's wrong with Johnny Ego. Talk about a race of attrition. The pits he goes, not sure what happened. C-Dub is the leader, followed by Wavy Savage. Third is Hypnotic Evo. A heartbreaking event. I mean, I'm gonna run this top. First is C-Dub, second is Wavy Savage, third is Hypnotic Evo, fourth is Send, Egan Tough, sixth Weasel, seventh Hold My Beer, eighth is the 8 of Warbird, ninth 98 of XCR, and running out the top 35 of Bugcat. Oh, what a shame. White flag is out for C-Dub. Johnny Ego being taken out of the race by also a piston. Looks like the engine didn't quite blow for him, but C-Dub gets the win. Second is Wavy Savage. Third is Hypnotic Evo again. Fourth, Sends. Fifth, Vegan Tucked. Sixth, Weasel. Seventh, Hold My Beer. Rockford. Ninth is 98. And 10th is 35 of Dogcat. What a great race this was. Yeah, you gotta feel bad for all three of those cars that did not finish. I mean, Johnny Ego led from the start. Racing Gage was behind him. And Stamby, you gotta feel for him. I mean, once again, he was feeling so confident coming into this race. You really hate to see that kind of thing happen to him. But we'll move on, and hopefully those three can have a better race next week at Road America as we get ready to move on to the main event. Welcome to the main event for the hobby stock race here at Rockford Speedway. On the pole is XCR, to his outside is Fireball. Road number 2 is Make Yourself and Teeny. Row number 3 is Warbird and Wavy Savage. Next row back is Old Greg and Weasel. Behind them is Jamret and Kickin' Pigeons. Just outside the top 10 is Dogcat and Sism. Behind them is Hold My Beer and Senzi. Next row back is Call Me Kyle and Vegan Tufted. Next back is Bluntmaster and C-Dub, and rounding out the field is Purple Punch and Hypnotic Evo. 100 laps is the distance here. Should be a great race. I know in the main event for the Winston Cup we didn't see anybody pit, but I really do not believe that these guys can make it all the way through to the end without at least one pit stop. Quick note on the people that win their heats: Make Yourself starting 4th, and C-Dub is starting 17th position. Oof, not a good start for him. For those wondering how things are decided on where people will start in the A main, after heats are done, there's a blind draw, and that is how
Drivers, start your engines!
Looks like I went a little over my time. That's my fault. There's our command to fire engines. Now we gotta wait and make sure everybody gets rolled off here. Looks like everybody can get rolled off alright. Once again, 100 laps the distant. File start here, just like in the heat. Fireball taking the early lead. 3 wide. Ooh, didn't like that. Don't look like holding up here like that either. Back out of it. What's going on here? Pretty wide. It's a battle for the 14th position, looks like. Or 12th position, sorry. Great start to the race so far. Fireball absolutely killing it at the start of this main event here. Already up to a second ahead. Everybody slowly getting single file here. Fastest lap belongs to our leader with a 13.566. Second fastest lap is Make Yourself with a 13.572. Make Yourself definitely putting to work what he learned in the Winston Cup, right? This Winston Cup one. C-Dub having a rough time starting at almost tail end of the field. Yeah. Good start to the race so far. We'll go on board with our leader. between Tufted and Jamret, as well as Purple Punch and Blunt Master. Kyle, Call Me Kyle, trying to insert himself into that battle. Our leader all by himself still, 1.5 seconds ahead of Make Yourself. Good single file runs. Looks like Jammer did complete the pass and take that spot. Still a battle between Purple Punch and Blunt for the 14th position. Blunt gonna take it that lap. For the 7th position between Bird and Wolf Greg. Looks like Bird gonna give up position here. 3-car battle for the 3rd position. Quite a battle, but very close to each other. Ooh. Looks like Fireball with 2-second lead over Make Yourself, but coming up to some lap traffic here. See if he can get around it, or if he'll do the same thing Make Yourself did in the Winston Cup feature, and just kind of ride behind them. Looks like for the moment he's just going to kind of ride. He's definitely losing time to Make Yourself, but that shouldn't be too big of a problem. Once again, Purple Punch and Blunt battling for that spot. Kyle trying to put himself in. Blunt gonna take the spot. Looks like it's gonna be a battle between Kyle and Purple Punch now. Go back to our leader. Fireball trying to get around, hold my beer. Not on the preferred line to get around it though. So we've seen the top of the track is definitely the preferred line to get around people. Looks like thanks to beer, Fireball has lost all that time he had on Make Yourself. Once we reach the halfway point, we'll do a full run of where everybody's at the moment. 2 laps to the halfway point here in this main event. Coming to the halfway point. Alright, Fireball in the lead. Make Yourself second. Third is XCR. Fourth is Wavy Savage. Fifth, Weasel. Sixth, Greg. Seventh, Eenie. Eighth, Warbird. Ninth, Sism. 10th is Pumpkin Pigeons. 11th is Jammer. 12th is Senzi. 15th, Vegan Puff. 14th, Mikhail. 51. 16th, Purple Punch. 17th is Bughead. 18th is Hypnotic Evo. 19th is C-Dub. And 20th at the moment is Golden My Beer. I'll back up to our leader here. Race so far. Side position, I believe. Yes, the position. Out 1. Battle starting to ensue between Make Yourself and Fireball for the first position. Fireball trying to get around Beer again. Still not going to be able to make it work. Trying to stay on the lead lap in case a caution comes out. No cautions yet, just like in the Winston Cup race, we've been green so far. Right along with our leader for a minute as he tries to get by here. Fireball. So not exactly in the preferred line here. Fireball going to keep the spot for now. I really think we should see the pit stops fairly soon. Yep. Make yourself headed in. Blinks. Doesn't look like anybody else is going to blink here for now. Here's our leader. Hand the lead over to XCR here shortly. Oh, nope. He's going to come in. If anybody else comes in. TW came in. Like, maybe Savage headed in. Make himself right there. Current leader is Weasel. C-Dub headed out of the pits here. Greg headed in. Is headed in. Looks like being came in. Fireball back in? Very confused. I'm not sure what's going on with that. Getting word that they're having trouble getting the tire off of Fireball's car. The same issue for the 98 of XCR, or of, make sure I'm correct here. Yes, XCR. Right, catch up with our teeny headed in. There's our leader, Weasel. There, well, looks like he's gonna stay out. Just as well as the 8 of Warbird, Sism. It'd be crazy to think that they might try to go the distance. I don't think they can, but looks like the 4 of Make Yourself back up to 10th already. Slowly making his way through the field. Find him. There he is. Let's see. Fireball back out on track as well as XCR. No, still. So, as well as Teeny, I'm not sure what's going on with these 3 cars. Weasel about a second lead over Bird. Bird having a fight with lap up car of Wavy Savage. Laps to go. Currently still leading is Weasel, followed by Bird, then Sism. And Sens, and the 66 of Amaret. Get yourself up to 7th now. Making his way through the field very slowly. Heck of cars there for him to try to make his way through. Not liking that 3-wide battle there. Hard chaos going on. Ooh, Make Yourself really digging in there, putting it 4 wide for a second. make yourself up to 5th. Third, passing Bird for 2nd. And trying to fight Weasel for the 1st position, and he'll take it. Yeah, make yourself. What a heck of a race he drove. Followed behind Fireball for so long. Five to go this time for Make Yourself. Five laps to go for him. There's your 2nd place car of Weasel. Oh, there's the rest of your top 5 pretty much. 16 of Wavy Savage really moving through the field. 4th. Passing Bird for 2nd. For 3rd here. Makes a stick. And they do have him with 2nd place that lap. Find our leader here. There he is. Car's a lap down. White flag out for Make Yourself. Great news for Make Yourself as he sweeps the weekend here at Rockford Speedway. What a drive by him. 2nd place goes to Wavy Savage. 3rd is the 86 of Weasel. 4th, Warbird. 5th, it is Sism. 6th goes to the 15 of Sens. 6th is 15 of Sens. 7th is Jamra. 8th is Old Greg. 9th is Blunt. And rounding out the top 10 is Vegan Tufted. 11th goes to Call Me Kyle. 12th, the 58 of Purple Punch. 13th is Kickin' Pigeons. 14th belongs to Dogcat. 15th, Hypnotic Evo. 16th is the 76 of. Give me just a second. Of C-Dub. 17th goes to the 80 of Beer. 18th is Teeny. 19th is Fireball. And 20th goes to XCR. What a phenomenal drive by both the 1st and 2nd place drivers. Unbelievable. I mean, Make Yourself drove himself back through the field after being a lap down after coming out of the pits. And I want to take a moment to talk about how amazing the fact that Weasel, Bird, and Sism, or no, not even Sism, just Weasel and Bird went the whole distance and managed to finish 3rd and 4th. Just absolutely phenomenal drive by them. Congratulations to that, to Make Yourself for being the first one to sweep a weekend. Yeah, phenomenal race, and we will see you guys next time at Road America.